transparency around a sustainable, kind of sustainably focused supply chain. Particularly with Gen Z consumers, we're really active in D2C investing. And Gen Z consumers are looking for more transparency around where their products are coming from, how they're sourced, how they're shipped. Best example in our portfolio is Allbirds, which recently just announced they're going public, and they aim to provide full transparency on their supply chain. They even created a kind of carbon footprint calculator to demonstrate how little kind of carbon output they have in their kind of supply chain. And they're encouraging others in the industry to use the same. They actually did a partnership with Adidas. I think public companies generally are going to be forced to do more reporting around ESG, and I think we're seeing a lot of startups kind of innovating in that space and hopefully pushing public companies to do the same.
Resilience in the supply chain is more important now than ever before. And one area we look at in particular at Material Impact is actually the global food supply chain. The biggest growth that we saw in robotic purchases came from food and consumer goods. And I think this is a reflection of our changing consumer behavior, that we're just shopping more online and we're having increased demand for these new business models that really are more decentralized, more distributed, where we're wanting things to arrive at our home.
The other opportunity that is unique to geos like Cincinnati is continuing to build out instant infrastructure. And our investment in the company Amify, which is a local success story, is part of that infrastructure. But
I think that the future of supply chain is seeing a complete digital revolution right now. It's being revolutionized by digital technologies. The micro fulfillment centers are not the physical centers that we used to be seeing. These are filled with robots. They are powered by software. And we're also seeing a lot of software companies come out with digital twins, so you can manage and understand exactly what's happening in all of your facilities real time and be able to enable more efficiency. And again, underlying that speed that consumer is demanding right now.
Now more than ever, companies throughout the tiers of supply chain have to have real-time visibility. So I made an investment in a company called Chain.io earlier this year. So they are a middleware integration layer for freight companies. So freight forwarders and shippers like UPS, Amazon, as well as enterprises, they all use different communication tools and communication lingo to work together. And that is just a cacophony of noise in there. And so what these guys do, they translate that. They translate all that communication so it can happen in a seamless and much more efficient way.
I think part of what we're seeing is that the supply chain itself is not well digitized, meaning the connections between people and suppliers and data about products and services, those connections and the data has been poor. And just having a software application doesn't do enough to solve those problems. So I think we're going to see more types of data getting digitized and identified. And
some of our companies in medical device, we can't deliver the device because we can't get one or two pieces, whether that be a chip, which of course are in short supply, but it may just be a manufactured or a molded piece. I do think that we need to think about flexibility and resilience more in the supply chains of our companies.
One of the things we're seeing is people trying to apply intelligence, artificial intelligence, as sort of a layer on top of everything. And one of our companies is trying to figure out, can we do things like figure out how weather or maybe a religious celebration somewhere is going to impact supply chain, because we have years of data on that. Can we infuse that to help the person who's trying to figure all this out say, can I be even smarter about what I see coming down the line? So not just my immediate supply chain, but how extraneous factors play into that. Obviously, technology plays a big part of that, and artificial intelligence plays a big part of that.